Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Vinland Saga Season 1, Episode 13, called Child of a Hero.
Thorfinn.
What are we assuming is Thorfinn? I think maybe.
That makes me think that him and Thorkel are going to meet.
Yes, and he's going to get a rundown of Thor's abilities.
Yeah.
They are surrounded.
They're in a bit of a pickle.
They're in Wales, trying to escape Thorkel.
Yeah.
And they are not doing so hot. They're in low ground, surrounded on all sides by these
archers.
People.
Yeah. Thorfinn's going to save the day.
You think?
Yeah.
How?
He's quick.
Oh, really? He's going to just scamper on up and kill all the archers?
A bunch of them. And I feel like we're going to see Prince Canute talk or do something this episode. And learn a little bit more about
That's a bold prediction.
I think it's going to happen.
So we've got King Sven doing his thing. We've got Thorkel walking through England.
Well, he's being carried.
We've got Askeladd's group in Wales, not looking so hot. Yeah, we'll see how they get out of this pickle. Adam thinks Thorfinn's just going to kill everybody. So we'll find out. Let's get started. Season 1, Episode 13 of Vinland Saga is coming right now. Is he carrying Canute? Wait a minute.
もうすぐ死ぬ。故郷帰りたい。言った。連れてきた。
Is that a dream or?
I don't know.
我が軍主力はウェセックスにて抵抗勢力を撃破。同地の制圧も時間の問題かと思われます。早ければ冬前には決着がつくでしょう。
ロンドンのその後はクヌートだ。あれは今どこに？
クヌート殿下率いる包囲軍はトロケルの一団に撃破された後、
Thorkel and his tree trunks.
マールバラで交戦との情報も入っており、現地兵と合流した可能性もありますが、その安否につきましては今のところ。
世の大事な息子だ。状況が分かり次第すぐに伝えよ。はっ。
Oh yeah, the whore.
囲まれてんじゃねえか。マジかよ。俺見たことか。言わんこっちゃない。くそ。落ち着け、野郎ども。いいか、放射するんじゃねえぞ。絶対に手を出すな。ブリケイニヨグのご使者よ。帰国の歓迎は血と手洗いな。
ほう、我らの言葉を話すか、万人よ。貴様らデーン人は言葉の通じぬけだものだと聞いていたがな。
兵を引け。朝、デーン人相手にことを構えても、我らウェールズに益はない。
グラティアヌス、私はウェールズ諸王国全体の行く末をおもんぱかるあなたを尊敬している。だが我々はあなたとは少し考え方が違うのだ。デーンの王子とどんな約束を交わすというのだ。所詮は蛮族。道理は 通じぬ。
何わめいてんだあの野郎。やんのかやんねえのかはっきりしろよ。
いやこりゃ戦にはならねえよ。
言葉わかんのかビョル。
いやわかんねえけどよ、その木なら最初の矢で死人が出てたはずだぜ。
True.
まあはったり聞かせて話し合いを有利に進めようって腹じゃねえの。
そういうもんか。
貴様らのイングランドとの戦はつぶさに見てきたぞ。この10年で3度かの国と休戦協定を結び、それらをことごとく破ってきた。我らはイングランドのような愚は犯さぬ。王子を捕らえ我らが盾とする。悪鬼どもの王といえど世継ぎは可愛かろう。
Oh, I see their point.
すまんなアシェラット。
いいえ、どうせ茶番です。ごねてみせて出方を見ているんでしょう。ヤギも狼の皮をかぶらねば草もはめぬ時代です。彼らに同情しますよ。
教えるのか、お前の計画を。
それもいいでしょうが、茶番がやりたいなら少し付き合ってやるのも一興かと。者どもしかと見よ。こちらにおわすお方こそデンマーク国王スベン陛下のご子息クヌート殿下である。これより殿下がその方らにお言葉をくださる。かしこまって聞くがよい。さ、殿下、一発景気のいい短歌を。何でもいいんですよ。似てくるぞとかなんとか、あの無礼者どもに不快感を表明してやってください。あなたが言えば奴ら金玉縮み上がって道を譲るでしょう。殿下。
Oh boy.
殿下は人前で話されるのがお嫌いなのだ。ここはわしが。なりません。
Oh my god, Ragnar, stop.
何？たとえお若くとも一国の王子、果たすべき責任がございます。今この場にいるすべての者が王子殿下の御ために動いているのですよ。お優しい方なのだ。無用の争いを好まれぬ。
Well, what about necessary fighting?
無用の喧嘩にならねえように場を収めてくれっつってんでしょうが。大みてえに押し黙っててスベン王の跡目が務まるとお思いですか。黙れ。貴様らに殿下の何がわかる。王宮は親子兄弟が相食らう狐の巣だ。病がちだった殿下がその中を生き延びるのにどれほど苦労なさったか。お心を殺し息を殺し目立たぬようにして今日までやってこられたのだ。それでも次々貴様らのような奴腹が殿下を利用せんとすり寄ってくる。わきまえよ。殿下がどのように振る舞われようとも貴様ごときが口を出すことは許されぬ。
Okay, Ragnar seems very, very invested in Canute.
Agreed. I wonder what their history and backstory
I know,
is.
I've been wondering that for a few episodes now, but like, whoa. And what do you think that meant? That it was so, what, they're all killing each other?
Oh yeah.
The family.
The siblings to be the
To
next
be the
in
king.
line for the throne. That's common behavior.
Common behavior.
For this time period, yeah. I think a lot of the mentality was like the strongest will be and should be king.
So the barbarian comment is legit. Accurate.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's ruthless for sure.
I mean, I understand what the guy with the bangs is saying.
They know one thing. They know fighting, and they will take every advantage to win.
Well, the fact that he's like, I know you've broken 3 ceasefires in the last 10 years. Like, you're not going to fool us. Like, I understand where he's coming from.
Totally. Everybody is just trying to get an upper hand and use the things. Like, the prince walked into their land. Of course, they're going to try and reap that benefit and make it work for them. I mean, that's Yeah.
And
it's
Askeladd
smart.
is showing that he's not just a brute. I
No,
know
he-
you've been saying this for a while, and I've been like really delaying my ascent onto the Askeladd bandwagon. But he is definitely
he knows,
showing more sides to himself.
He's fought for a lot of different sides, and he's paid attention. He knows the politics. He knows how they interact. He is a very good judge of people and what motivates them. I mean, I think to be a leader in an environment like this for as long as he has been, you need to know what's up. He's not a Thorkel. He's not, massive and just kills people with tree trunks. Like, you can't challenge him. He's a good fighter, but he's not unusual in that regard.
Yeah.
I'm very curious, A, if the prince was actually sickly, but B, if some of the things that Askeladd is saying are going to resonate with him and he's going to try. I don't think he'll be good at it, but maybe he will step out and actually say something.
My secondhand embarrassment is just brewing under the surface here,
100%.
ready to pounce.
He's going to get laughed at.
But do you think Askeladd knew that? And he was like, you know what, we're going to make this kid talk, and then they're going to see, and they're going to think that he's not really the prince, and then we're going to move on.
I don't know. He's gambling with something, because he can't know that much about the prince. He doesn't say anything. He, other than knowing he's a coward.
Did you think he knew he would not say anything and look like he's not royalty?
No, I think he was genuinely hoping he was going to step up.
何を言い争っておるか。クヌート王子は何と言っておる。
グラティアヌス殿、彼らに計画を伝えます。
よかろう。私も行こ
野郎ども、その場で待て。奴らの大将と話しつけてくっからよ。ラグナル殿、お言葉ごもっともです。殿下の恩名を案ずるあまり、つい出過ぎたことを申しました。殿下もどうかご容赦くださいませ。
I thought you were a man.
だっせ。お前本当に俺とタメか。
あの男、ラグナルと言ったか。はっ。ひな鳥もいつかは巣立つということを知らんな。あれではかえってひなに良くない。計画のためにお前のやるべきことは多いようだな。まずはひなを巣立たせることか。
はあ、心得ております。
Do we know his plan?
Okay.
No, it hasn't
I'm
been
just-
stated.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to throw this out there. I think he's going to try and control the prince by becoming friends, mentors, like teaching him something. And then I think he's going to have the king killed.
Sven,
Yes. So the prince is the king and he becomes,
the advisor.
yes, working in the shadows. That's my prediction.
Interesting.
護衛はいらぬ。ですが、二度言わせる気か。兵に守られねば話もできぬと思われて
My
は
hair is bad.
我が王家の恥だ。
Ragnar just beheads him.
その5倍離れろ。他の者にも伝えろ。さてと、アシェラットと言ったかね。事情はわからんでもないが、困るんだよね、実際。
話はついてると聞いたんだが。
書簡で突然領内の通行許可と兵糧を求められてもね、二つ返事はできないんだよ。弱小といえど対面ってものがあるからね。我が王家にも。貴殿らに便宜を図ることでどういう見返りがあるのか、対等な立場での取引だと確認しとかんことにはね。下の者たちに王が100人程度のデエンジンにビビっていると思われかねん。
確かにな。 我々の要求するまま答えていてはあなた方も格好がつかん。配慮にかけたことをお詫びしよう。
帰国への書簡を書いたのはこの私だ。見返りについて証述しないのは機密保持のためと記したはずだが。
ええ、読みました。それでは伺いましょうか。その機密について。
一ついいかな。俺の提示する見返りの内容によっちゃ戦闘になることもありえるかね、アッサー殿。
そういじめんでくれよ。デンマーク王を怒らせようものならこんな小国などひとたまりもないのはよくわかってる。
失礼し
Here's
た。
where my plan comes
いや
in.
何、確認したまでさ。
不思議なやつだ。
誰が？
そりゃおめえアシュラッドだよ。ウェールズの言葉を話せるなんて知らなかった。
へへ、一番古参のあんたにも知らねえことがあるんだな。
バカ言え、知らんことばかりよ。知ってることといや、野郎がデンマーク人だってことぐらいだ。水くせえ野郎だ。十何年も一緒にやってきて何も話はしねえ。
なんだ、拗ねてんのか？でけえ図体して。
うるせえな、喧嘩なら買うぞ。
まあまあ、落ち着けよ。いいじゃねえか。あいつはいい狩猟だ。月もある。稼がせてくれるんなら心情がどうでも俺はついてくぜ。
にわか
No!
信じがたい。
Of course they weren't
gonna
gonna
tell
I
you.
wanted to hear it.
直系のリディア様の子だ。このアシェラッドには我らローマンケルトの偉大なる指導者の血が受け継がれている。
すると貴殿はデーン人ではないのか？
ウェールズとデーンの根血だ。
Okay.
父オラフはかつてウェールズ沿岸を略奪し、その際リディアを愛称としてさらった。生まれたのが俺だ。
古ブリタニアの軍神の血脈は絶えたと聞いていた。貴殿がアルトリウス公の子孫だと。
アルトリウス、5世紀から6世紀にかけて活躍したイギリス先住ケルト人国家ブリタニアの軍団総指揮官である。516年、信仰著しいサクソン人、後のイングランド人の軍勢をベイドンヒルの戦いにおいて打ち破り、ブリタニアに平和をもたらした。後世に語り継がれ、アーサー王伝説の原型になったとされる人物である。
貴殿の話、信ずるに足る証はあるか？
私
He does have a very
この
Roman
男
looking
は14
nose.
歳の時、
Pastor,
リディア
even
様と
though.
共にウェールズを訪れ、初めて私と会った。
Oh, that was Ascalon?
月のない人だったよ。長いこと親父の寝室で飼われ、病を得てからは馬小屋で飼われていた。
おいたわしい。それにしても偉大なる血統最後の一人がデーン人との根血とは。
そこだよ、アッサー殿。根血だからこそだ。俺はデーン人に溶け込んでいる。つまりウェールズはデンマーク軍内に俺という工作員を持つことになる。あのボンボンを次のデンマーク王に仕立て上げれば、俺も国政の要職につける。そうすりゃウェールズへの不可侵条約を結ばせることすらできる。奴らにはこの地一歩も踏み入れさせん。
恐れ入った。なんと大胆な。よくもそんな大風呂敷を。
Isn't he serious
He's
though?
gonna kick him off the cliff.
紐の太いお方だ。
はあ、 一つ懸念がある。デーン人の中で生まれ育った貴殿だ。デーンの血よりアルトリウス公の血が常に勝ると言い切れるかね。
その辺は信じてもらうしかないな。まあ血の問題は別にしても、俺はデーン人が嫌いだ。
I didn't know that Lydia was a descendant of Artorias. Look at that history of Askeladd.
Yep.
Did you expect that?
No. I thought it was more a power play for him. I didn't realize
That
the
he had
depth of the
allegiance?
motive of what he was doing.
Because the Danes did that to his mom.
Correct. And he was clearly close with her because he brought her back to her homeland.
He looked very similar to Thorfinn as a young guy.
Spitting image. I thought that was a flash forward or
Yes.
something. So his hatred runs deep.
Yeah.
And he is motivated by more than just
Money.
Money.
Power.
which makes him incredibly dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, so you were pretty right about his plan, but just the motivation behind his plan.
Yeah. Which means he's gonna have to kill Ragnar at some point.
Yeah.
Or chase him off, or make it. Killing him probably won't work because then the prince won't like him. He'll like bury him in a hole and tell him that he ran away or something.
Okay, that's a big reveal.
Interesting. Yeah.
That is a big reveal.
断る。武器を手放すなどありえぬ。
この国を通行する間、連中の捕虜になったふりをするだけです。国境で追放されるとき、武器は返されます。それで彼らのメンツは保たれます。
不思議でならん。なぜ貴様の部下は命令にホイホイ従うのだ。
Because they trust me.
すごいでしょう。これでも結構部下に信頼されてるんです。おいトロフィー、お前もだ。
ざけんなハゲ。
信頼か。
こいつは別です。クソガキ。
Him not so much.
とんがり。俺はこのハゲの部下じゃねえ。敵だ。
敵？
ああ、分かった分かった。あんた方は結構2人ぐらいは多めに見てくれるでしょう。
よし、進軍再開。
They're also trusting the Welsh to not.
ラッサ様が捕らえなすったらしいぞ。人の肉を食らうらしいぞ。角生えてねえな。
They could still kill them all.
Barehanded.
死んだけで見るか。やめろバカ。て、ムカつくやつらだぜ。心中扱いか俺ら。見てんじゃねえぞタコが。食うぞこら。
At least Thorfinn gets to ride in the carriage because he's taking care of
見てん
Canute.
じゃねえよお姫様。言いてえことはてめえの口で言えや。舌がねえのか。あ？
僕は臆病で喋らないわけじゃないんだ。慎重なんだ。慎重にしないといけないんだ。僕は王子だ。そなたたちとは違うのだ。僕の発言には政治的な意味が生じるのだ。異国においてはなおさらだ。父王陛下のお許しもなく不可侵条約だの不快感の表明だのできるわけがない。
So he's thoughtful.
Yeah. Nervous.
僕は
Inexperienced.
慎重なのだ。
そこそこマシな言い訳言うじゃねえか。おつむは足りてるようだな、お姫様。
この無礼者！ 初めてだ。今まで僕にこんな態度を取る者などいなかった。
なら
He
いい経
doesn't
験じゃ
give
ねえか。
a
発
whack.
言を取り消せ。言い訳などではない。お前などに王族の苦労の何がわかる。
わめくんじゃねえよ、座ってろ。
わめいてなどおらぬ。僕は自分の発言の正しさを主張しているだけだ。
He's gonna kick him
わか
out.
ったって。
大体なんだその態度は。この僕を何と心得る。
わし以外の者と話されるとは。
つもりはね。
They're gonna end up being buddies, I think, but... Winter is coming. Winter is here.
雪。
アシェラット、もっと早く進めんのか。このままでは雪に振り込められるぞ。
たく、うるせえな。マーシア伯領の北端を横断して、そこから本陣ゲインズ原を目指しましょう。一周は早く着く。
敵の領地を進むというのか。
ウェールズの山の中で雪に振り込められたら身動きが取れなくなる。なに、心配いりませんよ。
Ain't nobody wanna get stuck in the mountains in winter.
だが、兵糧はどうする。地方領主どもが電人に力を貸すとは思えん。
平気平気。それもちゃんと考えてますって。
It's like, we are not going to divulge that information.
野郎ども、方向転換だ。ぐずぐずするな。
マジで
急に道変えんのかよ。
心配すんな。アシュラッドの判断に間違いはねえ。
They're gonna raid a town?
So why do you think that Askeladd's men trust him so blindly?
Because he's made them rich.
You think that's just
100%.
he hasn't led them astray, so
Correct.
they're like, cool, 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 whatever you say, dude.
Those guys don't want to think. They want to go, they want to trust that the guy they're following can make them some money, and then they want to drink.
And so
then they go home.
Bjorn being like, I don't ask, we've worked together for decades, I don't know anything about him. Like, that's
I think
whatever.
Bjorn wants to know more. Like, he seems a little more, again, I think he's smarter than we've been led to believe after the magic mushroom incident. But I think, again, he does trust Askeladd's judgment. He hasn't led them astray.
Do you think that he's confident they'll have, like, protection if need be in the mountains because of who he is, or what?
He can't let that many people know.
I know, that's the thing.
So, no, I think they're not going through the mountains. They're going through, I think they're going through English territory to get to Gainsborough because they don't want to get stuck in the mountains.
Got it.
Yeah.
Canute going after Thorfinn. You love to see it.
Well, good for him. And
But, like, for him to be like, you don't know how hard it is to be a part of the royal family. Like, you can't really say that to guys who are, like, literally on the grind nonstop. Like, they have a very hard life.
yes, at that age, your life is your life. You don't have any outside experience.
Fair.
And, I mean, he's probably watched his brothers kill each other, and so they're both going to get a little perspective. Both Thorfinn and Canute, I think.
I will say it again, I do think they're going to end up being buddies. Though.
I think so, too.
The reveal of the episode.
Askeladd is the
Child of
son
a
of a
hero,
hero.
Not Thorfinn.
Nope.
We could not have been more wrong. That reveal was
Massive.
huge.
Massive.
Big. Huge.
Got that Roman blood.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, we're continuing to move here. I'm curious when Vinland is going to become part of this.
Maybe never.
Maybe never. We're just going to roam through England for this season 1 and then see what happens in season 2. But we're going to hold on to it. Definitely let us know your thoughts. What was your response to that reveal? Did you suspect it? Because we did not.
No, not at all.
And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more Vinland Saga coming next week. Bye!